Good morning, Seal Mills Primary School. It's Mr. Davies, and it's lovely to see you all. And this week, it's Safer Internet Day on Tuesday the 9th of February. And Safer Internet Day is something that's celebrated all over the world. About 170 countries take part. So there'll be millions of children all over the world, and they'll be learning about how to use the internet properly. But also, I thought as well we should be thinking about how we should celebrate the internet because it is a very positive thing, especially when we've been stuck indoors for so long now. So, in a moment, I'm going to pause, and when we're on pause, can you think of as many things as you can, the benefits of the internet and benefits that you have experienced yourself. So I'm going to put on pause now while you have a think and talk to people around you. Okay, welcome back. Well, I'm sure you had many ideas about the positive things that the internet brings for us. So I'm going to ask you, you can put your hands up if you like, or you can just nod or give me a thumbs up. So what about playing games? I know my children like to play games online, and as long as they're choosing the ones that are appropriate for their ages, that's brilliant. Chatting to friends. I know that I often chat to the other teachers online, and when we can't be together, we have our staff meetings online, and Mrs. Randall can see us all at the same time. So that's lovely. It really helps to keep us all working together. So we video call our friends and family. I bet many of you have had Zooms with friends and family who don't live nearby. I know that I have. Hands up if you've learnt new things from the internet, and it might be learning new things from your teachers, or you might have learned to play an instrument, or learnt a new football trick, or a rugby trick, or a gymnastic move. There's lots of things on the internet that really help us to improve and strive to do better. And I spend a lot of time listening to music. I know Mr. Johnston does as well. So often we'll be listening to music in the background when we're working, and even in the classrooms, ask your teachers if they'll put some music on for you. They might just do that. And oh yes, I think a lot of money has been spent on watching videos and streaming services in the last year. So again, I like it on the weekend just to have a nice film to sit down and watch. So there's lots and lots of things out there that are positive. But this year, the theme of Safer Internet Day is trust, and specifically trust online. So I'm going to put it on pause again, and I'd like you to think about what trust actually is. What do we mean when we say trust? So I'm going to put it on pause, and then we're going to come back and let's just see who can give me a definition of trust. Hello again. Good. I heard lots of good things about trust then. So trust, what does it mean? Well, I think trust is about being honest. And if you have a strong belief that someone is being honest and truthful with you, then you will believe them and you will trust them. So you should trust your teachers because we are trustworthy, we tell you the truth. But maybe if you caught a friend or a little brother or sister with chocolate all around their face and they said they hadn't eaten any chocolate, maybe you'd think, I don't trust them on this occasion. So trust is really important. So do we trust everything that we see online? Can you think of examples of what you would see online? Just again, stop for a moment. Do you trust everything you see online? I'm going to stop it there while you have a little think. Yes or no? Can we trust everything we see online? Well, we're going to play a little game now called Trust It or Check It, because you shouldn't really trust everything that you see online. So we're going to look at some examples, and I want you to think whether you give a thumbs up if you trust it, thumbs down if you think it's not trustworthy, you don't trust it. So let me have a look. Trust it or check it. So Here we go, our first one. I'm just going to move myself off there. Okay, trust it or check it. So here we got somebody having a text conversation. Hey, nice win in the last match. Fancy trading for the purple ice blast? Saw you had two. Thanks. Yeah. What you got to trade? So these are people who are swapping things online. So do we think we should trust it or we should check it? Would it make you feel happy, curious, confused, shocked, angry, or worried? What does it make you feel? Okay. Well, I think in this case, if you just put your trust it or don't trust it, I think this is one of those tricky ones. If it's somebody you know really well, then you might be able to trust them. If it's somebody you don't know very well, then I wouldn't trust them. Okay? So if that is a person you know and they're a friend of yours or they're a family member, then you can trust them. But if it's somebody you don't know, then no, you shouldn't trust them. Okay, let's look at the next one. Ooh, trust it or check it. So sometimes when we're on the internet, a advert will pop up and it will say something really exciting: invade planets, build empires, rule the stars. Should we trust it or not trust it? I'm going to put you on pause while you have a little think. Okay, should we trust it or not? I'm going to say not to begin with. If you see something like this pop up, um, whatever you do, do not click through on it straight away. It might be trustworthy, but before you can click through, you need to do a little bit of research. Go and search online about the game. Go and have a look to see if there's anyone else who's played it before you log on and click through. So again, I think it's trying to make you feel curious, but I wouldn't go and explore right now. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Ooh, scientists reveal plan to build giant freezer to prevent global warming. So we've got a news item here. So when we see something on the news, and it might be the BBC or it might be a newspaper or Bristol Live, should we think that it's true? Can we trust all news online or should we not trust everything online? Well, in this case, I think there's a bit of a clue. Look who it's written by. It's written by Mr. or Mrs. by J. Oker. Joker. So I think it's probably not true. But even when it's not obvious, news items can be untrue. They can be false news. So if you see something that you think is a little bit strange, why not have a look at another source? Go to another news organisation and check it, see if they're reporting the same thing. That's a good way to find out whether something is trustworthy or not. Oh, okay, I'm going to put you on pause now. Here's something that we might see when we're online. Enter your email and click spin to find out which prize you want. Oh, they've got some lovely prizes there. They've got money, they've got a car, they've got a holiday, and they've got a phone. Right, okay. Is that trustworthy or not trustworthy? Okay, so was that trustworthy or untrustworthy? Well, I'm pretty sure in this case that is untrustworthy. It is very tempting, isn't it? You think you're going to win a prize. But this could be a scam, and it's called phishing. They are trying to get your details, your internet address, and they'll sell your details to other companies. Really, never, ever, ever click on something like this, because I think for me, it's too good to be true. And generally speaking, if it's too good to be true, it's not true. Never ever click on online games. If you think, oh, I might have a go and speak to an adult, go and ask somebody, or you can go and do an internet search on the company to see if they are a real company and these are real prizes. Okay, let's have a look at the next one. Ooh, crazy skills. Somebody's saying that you can learn amazing trick shots first time. Sounds good. So would I be happy? Does it make me feel happy? It certainly makes me feel curious. Okay. Should we check it, trust it? Do we trust it? Do we not trust it? Okay, have a little think. This might not be as obvious as you think. Okay, have a little think and then I'll come back in a moment. Okay, this was a strange one because I thought, oh, it looks good straight away. And then I had a little think about it, whether I should trust it or not trust it. And I think I'm not going to trust this because, like videos, photographs can be changed, they can be doctored. So what you see might not be real. So again, you've got to be very careful. Check it out. Go and do some research. Ask an adult. Make sure that what you're seeing is actually real. Okay, so I would say don't trust that until you've got a chance to see it. And the last one, can't believe we've been playing together for a whole year. No way, feels like I've known you forever. We should meet up in person sometime to celebrate. So should we trust that or not trust that? Right, I'm pretty sure that everybody would have gone not to trust that because this sort of thing makes me angry because you should never ever meet anybody you've met online. Oh, you've only met online. So do not ever give your details or arrange to meet up or anything like that because we don't know who this person is. It might not be a nice person, and you really do need to make sure you protect yourself. If somebody sends something like that through to you, an invitation, the first thing you do is go and tell an adult. Okay, good. I'm sure we all knew that. Right, moving on. You've done a great job. So what should you do in all of these cases? Well, for Trust It this year, Trust It or Check It, they are really strongly encouraging you. I'm going to move myself over here now. I'm going to move myself with the detectives. To be internet detectives. So we do a lot of detective thinking at Seamills Primary School, especially with our reading and our writing, always asking each other questions. So don't trust everything just because you see it online. There's lots of things you can do. Check it online. Go to another source. Have a look online and see if you could find out any more information. Check offline. So maybe you can go to a book. If it's a news item or a fact, you can go and have a look in a book and check it to see if it's okay there. But also, if you've got any concerns at all about something being trustworthy or not, ask for help. So if you get that strange feeling inside your tummy that something isn't quite right, then ask for help. Or if it's something you don't understand, ask for help. So being an internet detective is being a good user of the internet. So what can we do? If you're feeling any of these things, upset, scared, curious, angry, worried or confused, talk to an adult. Get some help and support. Ask an adult you know and trust. And there'll be lots of adults you can know and trust. In school, there's always the teachers, the teaching assistants, the SMSAs, lots of people around school who can help you. At home, it might be mum or dad or a grandparent or an older sibling. So, and when I mean that, a sibling kind of 15, 16 years old, one that understands what it is to be safe online. So if you're ever concerned or worried about anything you see, you need to ask for help and go and find someone who can give that to you. Right, so that's the end of our assembly for today. I hope you all have a lovely half term next week, and I hope you all stay safe online and keep being internet detectives. So I'll see you all very soon, hopefully. Goodbye.